Okay, this is going to be kind of a quick review of the Boker Plus sub claw. Now I know this knife has been out for at least 3 years, and I just saw a review of it on Sherman 614's channel, who did such a good review I thought I'd get one, and here it is. If I can get the box open. Alright, they always come in nice little plastic. So here it is. Let's take a look at it. A couple of the things about it that I found out was it's called a sub claw, and the blade is actually made after a hawkbill. It's got kind of a hawkbill blade, but it looks more to me like a tiger claw or a bear claw, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a claw, and that's probably the way they want you to use it. Well, you can use it any way you want, but it looks like a claw to me. So a couple things about it before we take a really good close look at it. Made in Solingen, Germany by, I think his name is Chad Los Baños. And you can see the logo. That's his logo right there, that CB, I think it's a CB. And there's the Boker logo. And while we're there, you can see the thumb stud. It's kind of a stair-step ramp thumb stud on both sides. And it's made of Aus 8 steel, and it's made over there somewhere. And a couple things about it. It's got a frame lock. It's got a really nice frame lock. And the clip, it's got a two-way pocket clip. You can carry it tip up or tip down. Kind of made for the right hand pocket, but you can carry it left hand if you want to. And the black part of the grip is made of FRN, which is fiber reinforced nylon, so it's just a plastic grip. It's not G10, because in G10, in the cross section, which is right here, you can see the 10 layers of the grippiness that they use. So it's just fiber reinforced nylon, which is just plastic. And a couple more things about it, just a couple of the specs. The blade length is 1 and 7/8 inches long. Total length is 4.5 inches. Give you an idea. That's a ruler. It's a 6-inch ruler, and right about there, 4.5 inches. So yeah, it's a really small, great little knife to carry in your pocket. It's got a good lanyard hole if you use lanyards on these things. Might be good to put a lanyard on this because it's so small it'll disappear in your pocket, but there's a lanyard hole. And it does have a lot of gripping serrations. You can see the serrations on the liner lock, or the locking mechanism. You can see serrations on the bottom of the blade, or the bottom of the handle, both sides, on the end of the handle, and it's also got them on the top. It's also got gripping serrations on the blade. So this thing is so small, it's got to have some extra gripping places. So those little serrations help you grip the knife this way or that way. Be a pretty good fighting knife. If you're going to throw a punch and you miss slightly, you'd catch him with that hook. So that'd be a pretty good self-defense knife. I mean, it wouldn't be a great one, but if kind of a last ditch knife to use. And let's take a look at the weight. I always like using this little scale because it's so accurate on these small things. The overall weight looks like it's about, okay, got no reading on that. Try again. Okay, so that looks like 2.295 ounces. So it's pretty small. I mean, 2.295 ounces, that's pretty light. So yeah, it's a good one for carrying around because it doesn't weigh much. It'll disappear in your pocket. And as far as size-wise, I can compare it to a couple knives. This is the Gerber EAB with the Irwin razor blade. And these things are just about the same. The EAB is a little bit longer, but the Boker Plus is a little bit wider. You see that? And another one I want to compare it to is the CRKT shrimp. This little shrimp. You can see it's the same length, but it's about twice as wide as the shrimp. And the blade on this one is much more aggressive than on the shrimp or the Gerber EAB. And let's see a couple other things. It's got flow through. It's got a flow through design. All these things are on. If you want to look at Sherman 614's review, he does a really in-depth review. I'm not going to do everything he did, but I just liked it so much when he did it. I thought I'd get one. So it's got flow through design. It's got Teflon bushings. What else? It's got a nested steel liner on the plastic side. Probably won't be able to see the inside of that. It does have a liner on the plastic side. And that's just about all I can say about this. It's a really good knife. I like to carry it around. I haven't done much cutting. Matter of fact, I have not done any cutting with it. We actually did one paper cut test. I'm going to do one paper cut test just to show how razor sharp this is. That's how sharp it is. It's just, I mean, it's like razor sharp. It might even be too sharp, because if it's that sharp, this blade is going to probably get chipped or dull up pretty fast, because that's a very thin edge you got right on here. But I'm going to do a different kind of test on this thing right now. Because this is like a tiger claw, I'm going to use a plunge cut and a ripping action on this, one of my favorite test objects, and it's the Coors can. And all I'm going to do is plunge cut and rip. So you can see that when it pretty easily. Plunge and cut. Plunge, cut. Plunge, cut. You can see that thing just, it goes through there like it's butter. So I'm shredding this can really easy with this Boker sub claw and the hawk bill, or it's a claw style blade. So yeah, this thing rips into this can really good. Not really meant for heavy duty work, but it will do a number on, you know, some light work. So that's the Boker sub claw hawk bill, and I know it's been on the market for a couple of years now, but it's a nice one, and I recommend it for a little pocket knife, nice and sharp. Knuckle bump.